ahead and block you. We don't do that over here.
Here we go.
Yeah, this lady always fucking watching me, Gail. I know she's an old ass fucker. What's going on, y'all? I'm gonna get into this read in just a second. She's up all night to get lucky. I don't even like that song. Why am I singing that? Somebody said they up all night to get lucky. Somebody might give you a call.
What is this? I don't know. I just love little butterfly speedos. Hi, Margaret. Ouch. I don't know why you'd ever want to leave a place you wonderful. This isn't the Wonderland I grew up with.
Shit.
Come on, guys. We got a long journey ahead. You sure about this? Think we can trust this redhead?
Of course not. But this is the only way to stop my dad. Don't go far. We'll be right back to the movie on Disney.
Alright, let's get into this video. What's going on? What's going on? This is a personal motherfucking read. Alright, let's see. Somebody sad, emotional, lost. Alright. Could be feeling lost at this time. Distraught, confused. Alright, about a sweetheart could be significant. Something about a sweetheart. Alright, communication could be significant. Alright, choices, options is here. Alright, dissatisfaction. Alright, somebody feels dissatisfaction with something. Alright, place, person, thing, situation, risk taking. Alright, somebody took some sort of risk. Alright, endings. Alright, somebody took some sort of risk, alright, to end something. Alright, you got child and boss here. Alright, let's see. High priestess. Alright, high priestess and priest. Ooh, shit. Alright, so,
Staying active.
tell me about is priest and priestess. Somebody is super connected to spirit on a level like no other. And this has somebody concerned, all right? Somebody could be concerned about what somebody did to someone, all right? Or somebody did something and they did not get the outcome that they were hoping is what I'm hearing. All right, long-term investments. This could have been something that you could have been invested in for a long time, or something or someone that you could have been with for a long time. All right, and there's endings here. All right, so something that's coming to an end when it comes to something that you invested in for a long time. You're being blocked. You're being blocked, or something is being blocked. All right, moving on. All right, this is a priestess that moved on. All right, so whoever this person is that was connected, all right, this person moved on. All right, legal here. There's some legal issues here as well. Loss, grief, and regret. All right, dishonesty is here. Manipulation, deceit, aggression, and lack of confidence. All right, when it comes to a divine feminine. All right, and their happiness and their wish fulfillment. All right, surrendering and letting go. God is asking you to surrender and let go. All right, there's a new beginning here. All right, real love. Real love. I'm searching for a real love. Someone to set my heart free. Real love. I'm searching for a real love. All right, there was some sort of manipulation going on in a relationship.
Don't eat any of our special friends. It's like our living mushrooms or
Oh,
our
so the fuck did.
flamingos. Oh, they're very cuddly.
All right, new inspiration is here.
Wow.
All right, so I feel like somebody was told to stop doing something or to start doing something, and somebody didn't listen. All right, family is here. There's a new beginning here.
Here.
Starseed and partnership. All right, there's some sort of a new beginning.
Okay, everyone. We should.
What's going on, OG Bara? I don't know what the fuck that is. What's going on? All right. All right, if you are in the chat, please tap the screen. If not, I will block you. Bondage is here. Bondage is here. Bondage is here. So somebody wanted to keep someone in bondage. All right, somebody wanted to hold somebody back. All right, but there's fast movement, action, change is here, and there could be some emotional or mental unstableness when it comes to whatever the situation is. All right, but somebody is following their divinity, and it has someone sad. All right, so somebody is following what God is asking them to do. All right. Somebody is following what God is asking them to do. All right, you got hello here. Hello. All right, so there's a new pathway here that Spirit wants you to get on. All right. Well, there's a new pathway that you are getting ready to get on. All right. Let's see. All right, Spirit. What is it that this person needs to know? What is it that this person needs to know? Ooh. There's something here with courthouse. You could be, there's some sort of trapped. All right, there's something happening with, this is legal issues. You're getting ready to go through some sort of legal issues, or you're going through some sort of legal issues at this time. All right, something is moving forward when it comes to this legal situation. All right, and somebody could be trying to do some sort of voodoo on a divine masculine to stop somebody from moving forward. Somebody doing spell work somewhere. All right, somebody could be doing voodoo on someone's well-being, on somebody's life, a new beginning, love, emotional clarity. All right, so there's some voodoo going on here. All right, somebody is trying to stop somebody from moving forward. Why is this voodoo here? Spell on the bottom. Somebody did spell work. Somebody playing the magic. All right, if somebody's doing, whoever's doing, slave, servant, whoever is doing this voodoo is finna have, digging a hole for yourself. Somebody finna pass away. All right, there's death here, and then there's Osiris, and then there's Tomb, and then there's Isis. All right, I feel like the Isis energy is what walked away. All right, somebody did some spell work, and it's putting them in a fucked up situation. All right, there is
one problem, Ryder. We're trapped.
somebody trapped. Then they just said they trapped on the TV. Somebody is trapped in a legal situation. All right, or you got whose energy? Whose energy?
I need you at the park to catch Danny with your harness.
Ooh, this is a masculine's energy. This is a male's energy. All right, heartbreak, emotional pain. All right, something that you're getting ready to have to heal from. Something's getting ready to happen fast. All right, this could leave you in conflict in the distant future. All right, so whoever did this spell work on this other person is getting ready to go through, while the person that spell work was being done to is getting ready to elevate past beyond measures, is what I heard.
Sounds tricky, but don't worry. I'm ready.
Tell me about this voodoo. Discovery. All right, disclosures, meaning somebody finna find out the truth when it comes to doing voodoo on people and how it will affect your life, all right, and not another person's life. Somebody did some voodoo on somebody, not really knowing how spell work works, or not even knowing something about somebody's lineage. All right, somebody's ancestors is fucking somebody up. All right, somebody is getting ready to be trapped in some sort of court situation. All right, beauty, feminine power. All right, yeah, trapped, embodied, stagnant. Somebody try to keep some sort of feminine power back All right, somebody try to hold the feminine energy back using spell work. Feminine power came out again. All right, wisdom, literature, invention, yeah. All right, power, status, longevity. All right, this person is going to have longevity anyways. All right, and their power is unmatched. All right, when it comes to the people that are coming up against them, I saw, what is that? Afterlife, peace. All right, Spirit say you're being tested at this time. All right, somebody failed. All right, but I feel like you're still being tested. All right, something is changing for the better. I got so much love for you in these arms. Don't you know that you're my good luck charm? I don't know, somebody felt like they lost their good luck charm. All right, this is giving me police energy as well. All right, so somebody finna get fucked up when it comes to authority. Authority, okay? All right, so poverty is here. Somebody's money is finna get taken. All right, emotional immaturity, lack of direction. All right. I got a lot of manipulation. Family. Heartbroken. So it was a lot of manipulation in this relationship. Abundance is here though. Somebody is gaining abundance and somebody is getting ready to go through hardship because of what they chose to do. What's going on, Sarah? Yeah, I really did not want to get on this bitch. I swear to God, baby. I was laying down sleeping so fucking good. All right, date night is here. You could be trying to wine and dine somebody, and then I got no here. All right, so it's like you could, I don't know. I feel like you should, I was finna say, I feel like you should let go of a situation. There's a situation that you need to let go of. All right, pregnancy in reverse. Someone is expecting something in reverse. Something's not going in your favor. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius is here. All right, and luck is on your side in reverse. Luck is not on your side. Whoa. All right, why is luck not on this person's side, Spirit? Damn. Inner conflict, death, impatient. Something's ending. Why is luck not on their side? All right, charity here. Something's coming in fast. Given to what? All right. Third party situations. All right. Third party situation could have been spell work. There's spell work here. There was spell work that was done. Either there's a mature woman that's doing spell work. Either you're paying for spell work. All right. This is clearly giving you're paying for spell work. And there's karma here. You're trying to make something go in your favor. Block. But that shit is ending. It's not working. All right. So whoever did this spell work, whoever paid for this spell work, baby, I'm telling you, it's going to be detrimental. Somebody passing away for doing voodoo on somebody's new beginning. So if you try to stop somebody from moving forward, there's going to be heavy consequences. Heavy consequences. Because someone is getting a victory regardless. And, let me see. All right, so somebody made a decision, whether it was you or this energy. All right, somebody walked away from deception. All right, something that was not right for them. Why do people got to be like that? Because people are controlling. All right, a courtship. People are like that because people don't want to do the work. They just want to give money and they just want to control the situation, but it's not working like that. All right, God is intervening. All right, somebody is not confused about the direction that they're going in. This was divine time. This was going to happen any motherfucking ways. All right, so whatever this is, Spirit was wanting to tear this up, whatever the fuck this is, anyways. All right, false person is here. All right. There were things being done behind the scenes. Failure is here. One thing about these cards, they don't motherfucking lie, all right? The Queen of Wands, a baby mother could be significant as well. Or someone's confidence. Something about someone's confidence. All right, victory is here. Victory is here. All right, and then we got a rich child. Ooh, wealthy is here. It's a lot of money here. All right, it's like somebody had to move forward in order to have the things that God is promising them. And it's like somebody had a decision. Somebody had a decision to stay stagnant and die, or to leave and live, is what I'm hearing. Now, which one would you choose? Which one would you choose? Dominion. Somebody wanted control over something. All right? Somebody wanted control over a situation. All right? Somebody wanted control over someone's victory. Somebody just wanted to be... It's really given... I'll give you what I want you to have. I'm not going to give you what you want.
Okay, you're fine. Bridget.
I'm not going to give you what you want to have. I'm going to give you what I want you to have. Nobody wants to be with anybody like that. And yeah, completely going around in a circle over and over and over and over again. Nobody wants to do that. All right, somebody was being hunted by their ancestors, because who the fuck talk like that? This a rich motherfucker somewhere. All right, somebody was guided by their ancestors. All right, or you could be, I don't know, it really feels like you are being hunted right now, and you are. And then you heard that, ha 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 ha. That is crazy. And then it says good things. Like, that's crazy. All right. Sides of secret niggas. What the fuck? All right, so somebody was protected. Somebody was protected. All right. Somebody was protected. So whatever somebody was trying to do behind the scenes. All right. Somebody don't believe in God. Somebody do not believe in God, because if you believed in God, and you wouldn't do the things that you do. Hey, love. You would not do the things that you do, that you did if you believed in God. When I tell you this reading is heavy, It's so heavy that I almost didn't want to fucking do it. All right? This person does not believe in God.
And what does Hazel Hook know about saving the day?
And this, why, thank you. This person is carrying a lot of burdens. All right? This person refuses to let go. All right? This person is going down a dark hole. All right? This person has done something to open up some sort of portal, and their ass is being sucked through it. Straight burdens, like they're carrying shit, just, ugh. And it's like, if you look at this card, like they're looking at their reflection, they don't even like their own reflection. So somebody is not liking their own reflection. Somebody is not liking what they see when it comes to whatever the fuck this is, okay? All right, this could be somebody that you were building a home with, or somebody that you were in a home with. Something was set free. Something was set free. It's like something was trying to keep somebody stagnant and weren't dormant. All right? I just feel like somebody signed some sort of contract. All right? This is the Ten of Pentacles, which means that you're getting ready, that someone's getting ready to receive everything that they fucking need. But I also feel like somebody signed their name over to the devil, is what I feel like. Murder, she wrote. Murder, she wrote. Why am I singing that song? What is this? There's a hero in your heart. You won't have to be afraid of who you are. You can fly. That's my shit. All right. Somebody had to be their own hero. Somebody had to be their own fucking hero. Somebody had to be their own hero and do shit themselves. This person is by themselves. Somebody had to figure something out by themselves. You can fall in love to the fire. Rebuilding. Somebody had to rebuild themselves, all right? Somebody had to rebuild themselves. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's coming for you and your energy. Queen of this and change. All right, your money is getting ready to change. Quartz is here. Let me go back because ain't no fucking way. I'm just gonna read that shit right off the goddamn top. All right, change is here when it comes to money. All right, there's a change when it comes to money. All right, this is devil energy. Somebody was doing something that they were not supposed to be doing. All right, and then you got court person here. All right, so there's something that's going through the courts. Like I said, this keep coming out. There's some sort of legal shit that's happening. Completions. Something's going to change when it comes to your home and Hayana in reverse. All right, Haberfire in reverse. Somebody didn't listen to them higher. They higher selves when they were doing something. All right, and it led to a bigger problem. Somebody was not listening. All right, youthful, adventurous, fresh start, and passion. That was in reverse. All right, Moon is here. Sure, Shay, what's your cash app? All right, Swiftness is here. And Strife. Strife is happening really, really fast. Really, really fast. Really, really fast. Something is happening really, really fast. All right, Virgo is significant. Okay, I got you. How much is it? Send me your cash app. All right, things aren't busy because you're supposed to be resting. All right, Park is here. All right, looking for you to give information. Somebody's looking for you to give you some sort of information. All right, somebody is hurting because they miss you. All right, someone is hoping you can hear them telepathically. When the hero comes along with a chance and carry on. Coach them. Somebody coach somebody into doing something. All right, I don't know. Somebody talk somebody into doing something. Hoping that somebody can hear them telepathically is in reverse. All right, so somebody's not listening. All right, somebody's not listening to a higher self is what I'm hearing. Somebody coach somebody into doing something stupid. All right, waiting to call until somebody's coming towards you. All right, but somebody is not calling. They're just coming to avoid drama. All right, island could be significant. All right, telling you before they make a move. All right, and then this car accident here. Somebody get in a car accident, or somebody could have got in a car accident. All right, somebody getting ready to go on vacation. All right, vacation could be jail. Shit. I don't know. Somebody could be getting in an accident and going to jail. A white man is significant. Spirit said, don't move. Everything that's getting ready to happen is coming to you. You ain't got to do shit. All right. And you're spot on. This is why nobody is talking. All right. So I must be spot on. I must be spot on. I am going to have to split this video up in two because this shit is just raining me. Slave money is here. It's a lot of money. So it's a lot of money that has to be owed. A lot of money that has to be owed. Store owner keeps coming out. I don't know. Something has to be paid to a store. Something has to be paid to a corporation, a company. projecting is here. All right, there's a lot of projection. What the fuck, is that you? Somebody's getting ready to call you. Something getting ready to spiral out of control. All right, there's a call that's coming towards you. Somebody used some there's a deceased person trying to get in contact with you. So you got to pass over a loved one that is trying to speak to you. All right, and all you have to do is wait for whatever this is that's coming. Something big finna happen. White woman could be significant. Let's see. All right, the list is open if anybody wants any reads. All right, the list is open. All right, somebody is thinking of ways to make something up because they in full regrets. All right, main person over your case. All right, in danger is significant. All right, so whoever was helping you handle something is in danger. I don't know if whatever this court situation is, whoever helps you do this or whoever prepared something, somebody is not playing. Hey, look. Leave that shit. Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, that shit smells. That's just like dog food. What the fuck? All right, so you have authority solve some sort of case. Somebody, so there's authorities is significant. Authorities is significant in this situation. All right, somebody is doing sleep spells on a partner. Is it you? Is it you? Oh shit, I don't know why these fucking songs be popping up in my motherfucking head. What's going on, love? I'm hearing so much music today. I heard that song, Annie, is you okay? Is you okay? Is you okay, Annie? You've been hit by... What the fuck am I hearing out of here? Oh, Lord, the feds are calling you. Somebody doing a sleep spell on a partner. All right, so somebody is doing a sleep spell on somebody that they were with. All right, whether this is you or somebody close to you. Spirit, who did this sleep spell? Somebody wanted somebody to not be able to see something. Somebody. God damn it. Somebody is obsessed with doing that shit. Oh my God. Manifestations in reverse and obsession. Somebody was paying money. Look at it. This shit pissing me off. This shit gonna piss me off every fucking time. This shit, I wanna cry and put a hole in some shit at the same time. Because I know Spirit gonna handle this shit the most proper way fucking possible. And the fact that somebody try to put a love spell on somebody to keep somebody from knowing who the fuck they is and to keep somebody from knowing they worth, whoever did this love spell should fucking pass away. Somebody doing something on a child. Or somebody could have paid a child to do something. Look, oh my fucking God, look at this shit. Love spell. Your child, somebody younger. Somebody's doing love spells on a divine master, on a divine feminine's child as well to get them to be asleep. I get it. You want the whole house fucking sleep, cause your ass sleep. Inner conflict, because it's a celebration coming regardless, because all of these people are safe. This is nonsense. Celebration anyways, because again, 444. This is a man doing this spell work. He's a man doing the spell work. You doing spell work on children too. Tower moment. The fool. Somebody dying and somebody going through legal issues at the same fucking time. Oh, shit. Lord. Somebody going through illness and legal shit at the same time. If that ain't enough to hold a nigga still, I don't know what the fuck is. What happened? Did you pause this?
Now, chess is all about strategy. Classic first move is pawn to e4, so Rob, you learn that one.
You can get that one up there. I just got that one. I just got that. All right, North Node expectation. Like, well, when somebody is doing spell work on somebody who is listening to spirit, if spirit is trying to wake somebody up and you are trying to keep them asleep, the spirit is going to take you out. Hundreds is here. Somebody got to pay hundreds on a case. Beyond your imagination. This person is going to get blessed. Whoever this person was who was getting this motherfucking, oh my child. This shit says doing spells on a fucking partner, all right? But then you gotta leave in town quickly, all right? So spirit did something where somebody can leave a situation because it wasn't a safe environment for this empress, all right? And whoever this empress is, God don't play about this person so much that you're finna find yourself in a rehab center going through a legal case. You are too accurate. People are getting mad. I'm sorry. Non-toxic relationship. All right, spirit. Whoever this person was, all right, whoever this person that was getting the spell work done on, the person that was getting the spell work on them, all right, spirit is placing this person in a non-toxic situation, whether it's job, love, or whatever. But I don't see that this person is leaving because of love. I mean, because they are attached to somebody else. They're leaving because they're attached to spirit. Spirit knows that they are over a certain part of a journey in their life and being unhappy and not satisfied. All right, this person is mastering who they are becoming. Nothing can get in this person's way. All right, somebody been doing something since January. Something about January 4th is here. Or somebody could have did something January. A lawyer is telling them to lie to you. All right. Lawyers. Somebody there's a lawyer and lying here. There's a lawyer lying about something. All right. And then say fuck them. All right. There's a lawyer that's lying about something. So I don't know who this lawyer is, if you hired a lawyer for something, but this lawyer is lying. Determined to get you back. All right, so you could be determined to get this person back after this person has left. All right, somebody's scared for their life. Somebody's trying to marry your phone. May is significant. May 4th could be significant. All right, a baby father could be significant. Hidden cameras is significant. Somebody has hidden cameras in the home, or somebody has cameras in the home. All right, bringing you a gift. Somebody is scared they're losing their life for being fucking slow. Which date? I know you fucking lying. Please tell me. I'm the I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm gonna say that got no white, but no white be my girlfriend. That's how you don't know about that, my bad. That's old. That's good. Oh, that's OJ the Juice. That's OJ. January 4th is woo, bitch. I got hot. Oh my god. Somebody's grandparents is in the fucking building. Didn't I tell you all of that heavy masculine man energy? All right, so right now it's heavy masculine energy in the ethers. All right, when I tell you granddaddies, brothers, uncles, great grandfathers, all right, to anybody who did spell work, I'm telling you, I be telling people that we have no control. We have no control over what they want to do. Where's my tweezers? We have no control over what the fuck it is that they want to do. All right, when you give things to God, God ain't like the fuck. God ain't like God is not asking you how to deal with shit. God gonna deal with that shit as God see fit. As God see fit. So is somebody doing spell work? Then I don't feel bad. I was gonna say that shit. Oh Lord. Cause I lost the whole train of thought. Somebody could be the 80s is significant. 80s babies could be significant. Something around the 80s. All right, somebody's pregnant with abundance. All right, you're just overflowing your energy. All right, feds are impressed by the knowledge that you know. Yeah, I be helping them solve shit. This person is not protected. Okay, so whoever is paying for this spell work, whoever doing all of this shit, this person is not protected anymore. All right, not protected by God, not protected by your ancestors, and none of that. All right, somebody sold their soul coming for you. All right. So somebody sold their soul coming for somebody, all right? Somebody else is helping you move, all right? So something about movement. 3 is significant. There's communication coming in from some sort of authorities, all right? And then I got rehabilitation center doing spell work on partner. All right, I just feel like somebody's organs are getting ready to, somebody's organs are getting ready to shut down. Feds are calling. Yeah, the feds don't give a fuck. All right, there's some money getting ready to come in for somebody. All right, coming with money. I will love you anyway, baby. You get more than every girl can stand. I'm gonna be your lover and your friend. Final resting place they are going. Okay, whoever's doing. Is anything good getting ready to happen for this person? Is anything good getting ready to happen for this person? This person's gonna be awake. They're gonna be awoke. Awakened. Determination, courage is here. Dishonesty, manipulation, deceit. Deceit. We used to have a show called On the Set. On the East Play Underground Videos in Florida. All right, somebody finna be awakened by the dishonesty. All right, Somebody's gonna be awakened by the bullshit that they did. All right, intuition, secrets. All right, somebody's secrets is coming out on the shit that they did. But I feel like the secrets is showing in your life. All right, introspection, dissatisfaction, burdens. All right, something's getting ready to be balanced out for a high priestess. All right, somebody who is adaptable, balanced, flexible, has to juggle things and multitask. Somebody getting ready to go through a grief, loss, and griefs. Why am I saying griefs? Somebody frying some shit, okay? Grief, loss, and disappointment and regret are here. All right, childhood innocence is here as well. All right. Something about your childhood. Thief is here. You feel like your childhood got stolen from you. But instead of getting closer to spirit, you started receiving karma. All right, because of the decisions. Love spell on a divine feminine. All right, manipulation, trying to win at all costs. All right, risk taking. Well, damn. Is there anything good coming? Is there anything good coming? Flying monkey. Loss of opportunity, bondage, manipulation when it comes to real love. I'm searching for real love. Someone to in my heart, see real love. I'm searching for real love. I just feel like instead of changing something, oh wow, evil eyeing children is crazy. Now what happens when children are evil eyed? Because it seems like there's a little bit of despair or envious when it comes to some children. Laid on your back. Rest. Wheel of Fortune. Divine time and fate change. That shit popped out again. Alright, I don't know who is evil eyeing children or manipulating or trying to get into children's mind. But before you even, I'm telling you, whoever doing that shit need to motherfucking stop, because these children are heavily protected. Alright. And I feel like somebody. Karmic masculine, ice queen. This is a karmic masculine and bitch ass nigga energy in the distant future. Priest is here. Wise priest there. Hey, love. Hi there. Occupation. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. All right. I'm gonna come back with a part 2. It'll be a 20-minute video. All right. I'm gonna regroup because there's a lot of darkness. There wasn't no happiness in this motherfucking read.
Do you think Brad knows that? I don't know, babe.
It's like the happiness even for yourself is not there. Because evil eyeing children, it's giving Ice Queen energy, mentally and emotionally unstable. Evil eye came out again. All right, is anybody on YouTube or wanting a reading before I go? Destruction is here. Guidance. I just want it to be over. I just want it to be over.
Pretty great.
Thinking about somebody walking out of the door. Wealth. Priestess. All right, so I love you guys. I will see you later.